So, welcome in. In today's video, we are going to be reading some cards for a good friend of mine named Tara. Okay? You can follow her on her social media at Tarot with Tara 2022. She's also an oracle reader. Okay? And I am doing a project because I was helped out recently, and so the people that I'm going to be choosing to do some special readings for are in agreement to do something nice for 5 other people. Okay? So we're all about spreading that positive ripple. So in her reading, we are going to be talking about finance, love, general, and so much more. Okay? And we're going to go ahead and invite her in. All right, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. So I've already done the introductions. Okay. So those that are in the chat live stream, please go ahead and forgive me while we go ahead and proceed with giving Tara her readings. Okay. Tara, are you going to be okay and available for the next 10 minutes? Okay. All right, everybody, please forgive me in the chat. Okay, while I pull her cards. Okay. A little bit about me. My name is Brittany Snow. I'm a tarot reader. Been doing this for about 16 years. And the reason why I do this is to identify the positive potential for change. Okay, I feel like it is my job to identify what it is and help you pinpoint what is holding you back and kind of give you a solution and a roadmap on how to get out of it. It's almost like life coaching, but at the same time, it's more direct. Okay, Tara, would you like to go ahead and introduce yourself?
My name is Tara. My my TikTok and Instagram names are Tara with Tara 2022. I am an intuitive card reader. I'm also a budding medium, and I also work with pendulums and runes. I offer paid readings. I offer paid private readings. I usually go live on TikTok, and I have been doing this on and off since I was in my 20s. I'm now in my 40s, so if that tells you anything. That's just a little bit about me.
Sounds like a plan. So, y'all be sure if y'all want to go ahead and scoop her up on her handles such as TikTok, Instagram. Okay. It is Tarot with Sarah. Okay.
2022.
2022. Okay. All right. So, we are going to go ahead and start off with a couple of general questions. Okay. Do you have a question about anything currently that is happening right now?
How's my business gonna go?
Okay. And also, if there's any possible way, could we disconnect from the Bluetooth and go back to general speaker? Because it's picking
This
up a
is
lot of
general speaker.
interference.
This
Huh?
is general speaker. This is general speaker. It's the fan.
Oh, okay. All right. All right. So, because it's kind of
And the
cutting out your
AC's
voice
not
just a little
working
bit.
right now. The AC's not working right now. So we're trying to.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay. All right, y'all. All right. So let's go ahead and she wants to know how's the business going, right?
Hmm.
Okay. All right. So we're going to go ahead and proceed with Tara's business reading, okay? And the things that we are going to discuss, okay, are going to be the purpose, responsibilities, talents, resources, things that you might need to fix, things that you might need to release, things that you might need to reflect on, and rewards. And then we're going to backdoor that with a new venture, okay, which is talking about what are the best solutions to motivate you, the challenges that you're currently facing, the emotional goals that you wish to gain, okay, practical goals, what you offer, what makes you special, okay, the routine, and the potential, okay. All right, are you ready to get started?
So we're gonna get into my love life too.
Mama, we are going to do everything under the agreement that you are going to do something nice for 5 people.
Always.
Okay, let's do this. Okay. All right. All right.
Is this
Here we
better, by
go.
the way?
Pardon me?
Is this better?
Oh, yeah, that's better. That's better. That's better. All right, you guys. So welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. If you're in the chat, please forgive me if I'm unable to keep up with the comments as we are engaged in a live reading right now, okay? All right, and welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Feel free to sit, feel free to watch, feel free to like and subscribe, okay?
Yeah. Please
All right,
tap,
so we
tap,
got
tap
one.
the screen. And please share out the live. And please follow. And actually, I'm really interested in that. I've never heard of it before. That's why I wear this. This is an evil eye. It protects me.
Wow, we are starting right off to a heavy start here. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 8. Okay. Okay, so for starters, what drives you in this job? Okay, the thing that drives you in this job right here, okay, is we've got a 2 of swords, okay? The way I interpret this is that you help people out by weighing out their difficult decisions, okay? That is the purpose of the job that we have, okay? It's to weigh out options, okay? It's to get people out of deadlock, okay? That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool, okay? So to go on to the responsibilities that we've got is chariot, okay? The responsibilities that we have is to provide the information that we need to go ahead and help people move forward. Am I correct? Okay. We're all about how to help people depart from what is holding them back. Okay. Up next, okay, the talents that you have is you have a talent for bringing people together. You have a talent for celebrating friendship, okay? You have a talent for community, okay? 3 of Cups, okay? To move forward, okay, the resources that you have is skill development, okay? Skill development, repetitive tasks, okay? The one thing that I've got right here is that you are always, okay, your resources is the first thing is your drive. You have a very strong drive to continue to learn more, educate yourself, and then provide better solutions in the future. Okay? However, the one thing that we've got to release here, okay, the one thing that we've got to release is the fear of change, the fear of loss, and something called endless drifting. Okay? So it sounds to me like a little bit more structure may need to be incorporated. Does that resonate with you?
Yes, it resonates.
Okay.
I'm not
So
the most
it's like
structured person.
basically what this is telling me here is that you're flying by the seat of your pants. Okay. And when you crash, you crash. We want soft landings, we don't want crashes.
Yes, we do.
Okay. The thing that we've got to reflect on, okay, you've had a lot of disagreements in your life. Okay, a lot of disagreements, things that you don't tolerate, things that you don't stand for, things that you just don't agree with. Okay, and the one thing that this is saying to reflect on, okay, is this this, oh, how do you say it? The way that I would interpret it is take a moment to reflect on all of those disagreements and how much energy you spent in that disagreement, and then look at how fast that disagreement came to fade away. Did that disagreement even matter in the end? Okay.
I don't have a poker face that shows my thoughts.
All right. The one thing that you've also got to release, okay? You've got subconscious coming into play here. Okay, it sounds like you deal with a lot of what we deal with here. Okay, which is self-doubt, self-reflection. Am I not good enough? What's going on? Why am I feeling like this and everything like that? You're just like all of us. Okay, when it comes down to that. And the one thing that we've got to instill is kind of like what I was doing tonight, where I was like, okay, I am worthy. I can do it. I can get this, and I have it. Okay, abundance, mama, abundance. Okay, let's get that abundance. Okay,
I'm gonna start doing my meditations again.
The rewards that you have coming through here. Okay. Wow, you have a big reward coming. That's making amends to yourself. It's like you're doing yourself a favor by doing this. This helped you get past inner trauma. This helped you get past lots of other things as well. I can resonate with that as well. You know, pretty good, pretty good, pretty good, pretty good. Let's go ahead and move forward into the new venture. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and give you a forecast. Okay. We're going to touch on, like I said, we got a few spreads, Mom. We got a few spreads. Okay. How does that resonate with you so far on that first reading?
So far, it's resonating pretty hard.
Okay. How accurate do you feel that reading is?
Very accurate.
I like the part, the rewards that you end up getting are like, wow, I'm feeling in this process as well, because it's like personal reflection as you do your readings. I really like that. Okay, let's go ahead and move forward here. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, all right. Okay, the first card that we've got. Okay, the motivation. You take frustration and turn it into motivation. That is when you get so motivated, is when you get fed up and frustrated. That's when you get your biggest fuel. That's cool. That's cool. The next thing that we've got right here, okay, you have a challenge when it comes down to new projects, okay? We have, like, every time you get a new project, it's like you got to take a moment and kind of think about how to assess the situation. That's normal. That's okay. Okay? So the emotional goal that we have right now is just alignment. Okay? We want things to become aligned. We want things to become balanced. Sounds about right to me. Okay? The practical goals right here that we have is, the practical goal that we have here is something that has to do with procrastination. Are you a procrastinator somehow? What is going, girl? Are you a procrastinator? Okay.
Oh yeah.
But yet it's starting to kind of irk you a little bit, isn't it?
It is.
Okay. So that's like a practical goal. It's like, You know, the reward that you seek is the ability to get up and go without having to procrastinate. That's pretty cool. Okay. So to move forward here, the one thing that you have, okay, to offer, okay. Oh wow. Okay, because you've got a talent on how to walk away from bullshit. You have
Yeah.
got a talent on how to turn on your heel and also help other people turn on their heel. That's what's up. A lot of people stay stuck in a rut and we don't know how to get out of that situation. But you're like, baby, this is what you do. Okay.
I am all about not my circus, not my monkeys. I'm out.
And to Elsa that what?
Elsa that shit, baby.
Okay, let it go. Okay. All right. So the next thing that we've got right here, okay, is what makes you special? What makes you special? Okay. The one thing that pops up again is, of course, procrastination. But the one thing that kind of makes you special is what I recently learned is that you hold off and pause during the right moments. They might not meet up to a lot of your standards, but you are doing this in the right times. Okay. You also learn from your failure quite often. Okay.
Yes.
Like you don't get burned twice. Mm-mm. Okay. The next thing that we've got right here. Okay. What? Huh. Your routine is competition. What sets you ahead of other people? Okay. So maybe kind of dial back on the competition a little bit and like the worrying, like, because I have a feeling when you said earlier you were going to other people's live streams and kind of peeping or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
girl, fuck them. Excuse my language.
Well, they're my friends. I'm there for support.
Okay, no, I'm not talking about the friends. I'm talking about the other ones that pop up on your FYP, and you come
Yeah.
across all these other readers that have like 30 people in there, and they're all like throwing roses and all this other kind of stuff. Girl, you are you, and that's what makes you special. Okay? There is only one Tara with Tara out there with fluffy purple curly hair and a red lip. I dare you to name another one.
There's not.
There is not. Okay? There is not. Okay? Allow me to remind you what sets you aside from that competition. Okay? So, the potential that we have right here is, of course, we've got the potential for conservation and security and also saving money. Okay? So, that is also telling me that yes, there is potential to be able to save money. Okay, as far as your business and the future, what is going to happen with the business in the future? What is going to happen in the business in the future for tarot? This just wants to keep popping out. Okay, that's passed. That is past. Present. Okay, future. And okay, girl, look. Long story short, right here, what I see for the business in the future is we are going to be going across a couple of delays, okay, slow periods. Okay. We're in September. Okay. It's just like the song, Wake Me Up When September Ends, Mama. Okay. Because it's going to be slow. It's slow all around. Don't worry about that. Okay. After September, okay, you're going to have a huge passion for a new project that's going to start happening. Okay. And when you get this new idea for this new project, okay, things are going to kick off. Okay. The one thing that's coming up here is that you are going to be distracted with love. Okay. Love is going to distract you. Okay. Because we're going to fall into this what can he do for me kind of mindset. Okay. And I don't want that to happen to you. Okay. Because what's going to wind up happening is this favor is going to turn into control. Okay. All right. As far as the long term for the business, okay, the business is going to do well. Okay. The business is going to do well. Okay. Even if at periods of time you see work without results, those are just investments. Okay. In the long run, okay. Okay. Like literally, the ending card is we're pulling Empress. Okay. That is the long term. Okay. Empress. Okay. That basically, for those that don't know, that basically means that we have to nurture in order to be abundant. Okay. It's not going to come automatically overnight. That's the point of those slow periods. We're just nurturing something. Okay. Now, also on top of that, it's about growth, evolution, and action. Okay. It's not just a sit there and be pretty card. It's a I earned every penny that I got card. Okay. And you know what? A lot of pennies are going to come through for you. Period. Okay. All right. So to go ahead and conclude with to recap on that on your career. Okay. You're doing a good job where it's helping you reflect on yourself, but yet at the same time, you're helping identify what people need to separate themselves from and help them move forward. Okay. But at the end of the day, okay, it looks like the one thing that we've got to identify is when you procrastinate, is this a good time to procrastinate? Because a little bit of me says yes, you're procrastinating in times probably when you need rest. Okay. The one thing that I've also got to identify here is that you worry, you compare and you compete. Okay. And we don't need that because all that does is hurt Tara. Okay. Y'all like this video if you think that that sounds like you also. When we compare and compete, that's when we get affected internally. Okay. We are all individual people. We are all equally different. Okay. Now, the one thing also here is that at the end of the day, that business is going to do good, but it's going to take parenting, nurturing, and love. Okay. Just because the business is a baby, mama. The business is just like a baby. Even if it does not give you results, that does not mean that we have to stop loving on that business. Okay. The one thing that I've got to say right here is that you know what? When we start treating our business like a redheaded stepchild, okay, then you know what? What's going to wind up happening is that redheaded stepchild's going to real start acting like a redheaded stepchild. We need that patience, love, and tolerance. Okay. All right. And if I had a redheaded stepchild, I would love on that redheaded stepchild. Okay.
That's right.
Red hair is beautiful. Okay.
Yes, it is.
So let's go ahead and move forward to love. Okay. Are you ready?
I'm gonna see something because I pulled some cards while we're talking about my love life, and I'm gonna see if they're on track with what I pulled.
Could you repeat that, please?
I said, I want to see something. I pulled some cards while we were talking, and on my own love life, just out of curiosity, I want to see if they match up.
Sure.
To make sure it's not just my ego talking.
Stop it, Tara. Oh my goodness. Oh shit. Okay. All right. Okay, look. You're doing Virgo again. You're acting Virgo. You're being Virgo, and that's all you can be. Little Miss Superhero of the Zodiac sign. Okay, Mama. What we've got right here is we've got Queen of Coins, Four of Coins, and an Empress all lined up as you. Okay. And then for them, we've got the Four of Cups in reverse, Ace of Swords in reverse, and a Knight of Cups in reverse. Allow that to sink in a little bit. So you pulled a Knight of Cups as well. Okay, mine's in reverse. Okay, so basically, what I'm seeing here for your love life is you're probably going to be in a situation to where you end up providing for. Okay, for a person who is lost on their way and not seeing the blessings that are offered. Okay, so that is what's going to happen that is literally what is going to happen in your next romance. But okay, the reason why we do tarot is this helps you identify those red flags. Okay, am I just saving this person, or am I investing in this person? Okay, so is this relationship going to be like an actual relationship? The answer is yes, because you are going to look up to them like they are. You are seriously going to look up to this person. Okay, all right. This is going to be an investment because the money will be returned in Wheel of Fortune. Okay, but at the same time, they will also be Knight of Coins, and then also on top of that, we're going to have a reverse Four of Swords. This person is going to give you so much energy that you're going to feel like you don't need rest. Okay, all right, but at the same time, okay, do not fall victim for this person to allow you to believe that you do not have or are not capable of. Okay? Because this sounds like grooming to me, okay? This sounds like grooming. I don't want you to fall into a narcissistic relationship or anything like that. Okay?
I'm not about to do that.
Okay? Just because they've got all the bells and whistles on the outside and they just paint this picture that plucks your heartstrings and all this other kind of stuff, it's like you will notice what their behavior and their treatment towards you will be. If they start knocking you and trying to make you believe that you are less than, stay away. Stay away. That applies to everybody. Okay?
Oh,
because every single one of y'all watching this video right now, y'all are worth it. Remember that y'all are worth it. Don't let anybody water you down if they can't handle you at what? 100%. Okay? The next thing that we've got right here, okay, is as far as, okay, is this going to be the next relationship that's going to be major? No. Okay? No. Okay? That is only going to be a stepping stone. Okay? A stepping stone. Within the next 3 months, okay? Okay, I don't see you really kicking anything off within the next 3 months, Tara. Okay. Because I'm talking about serious, okay? Because your focus is more inward as opposed to outward. I know you want to have fun, but within the next 3 months, I don't see you settling down and getting married. Okay. I see you probably dating around and having fun. You will see this person within that next 3 months, however. Okay. And you are going to nothing them as soon as you get that red flag of narcissism. Okay. As soon as they try to throw a guilt trip at you or anything whatsoever, what's going to wind up happening here is, you know what? You're going to be done. But the one thing that I see right here is they're going to have this up and down dip where it's like, okay, you help them, and then they all of a sudden get their life in order. And then what happens here is then that's when they start talking back to you. Watch. Okay. So to move forward here, pardon me?
Oh crap. I got in my comments. One of my friends here on TikTok is not in a good headspace.
I'm so sorry to hear that. Okay. I'm sending all the love and light. Okay. Basically, long story short here, okay, like I think that when it comes down to your love life, you're gonna have fun. You're gonna have fun. Do you? Don't do anything serious, okay? And work on that business. You've already got yourself a baby. That's your business. Okay? Have fun. Allow that person to be part of your circle whenever you have a person. Some people are there for a season, some people are there for a reason, some people are there for a lifetime. Okay? And I want to wish you all the best of love and light and everything like that. And it looks like you've got to get going to help out someone.
I don't. He's not responding to any comments or anything. He's just got the same song on repeat on his live, and he put up a goodbye video with tears in his eyes.
So, look, once again, if y'all are in the United States, please dial 988. That is the crisis hotline number. Okay? That is the crisis hotline number. When you need help and you need to talk to somebody and nobody's picking up that phone, if you're in the United States, please dial 988. Okay? Okay, especially if coming into a social media platform can be a helpful aid in healing, but it might not necessarily be the thing to go to as a form of direct help. Okay, I speak from experience. Okay, the only thing that's going to do is cause resentment towards the people that you follow and look up to because they did not give you or drop something on a dime, okay, to entertain what it is that they can help you out with. Okay, so please dial 988. That is what it is there for. All love and respect. You know what I mean? So, to move forward, okay. I mean, seriously, I speak from experience here. Okay. All right. So, forecast. Okay. Sunday. No. What is today?
Today is Wednesday.
Today is Wednesday? Okay, so today, Wednesday, okay, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Okay. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Okay, so Thursday is going to be a little bit of a gloomy day. Okay. Thursday, you're probably going to be in your feelings a little bit. That's okay. Okay. Remember temperance that comes into Friday. Okay. Temperance is basically going to remind you that, hey, you know what? Maybe I'm thinking a little bit too much on things and I'm exhausting myself because, you know what? What do you got right there? Temperance, huh? Yeah, temperance. Okay. We're pulling the same cards. Okay. So Thursday, Friday is all about that balance, okay? Saturday is all about backing off, not necessarily fighting those battles. Fired? Oh, well, fired? Oh, well, well, I'm so sorry she got disconnected. Oh my goodness. Let's see if she can come back on in, okay? There we go. All right. Okay, so Thursday, a little disheartened. Friday, balanced. Saturday, backing up a little bit. Sunday, a new adventure is coming. Okay. Monday, okay. Monday is going to be very profitable for you. Okay. And then Tuesday, you're going to start looking more into what you're investing. Okay. So basically what that means here is like, am I spending my money on this? You're probably going to budget. You're probably going to look at those things like that. Okay. All right. So I hope that serves you. And I want to go ahead and say thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to come and get your readings. If you can go ahead and give your feedback on all those readings that I gave you, what sticks out, what's hot, and what's not?
What sticks out is I'm glad I got a forewarning on my next relationship that I'm going to be messing around with a narcissist. Thank you for that. As soon as I get those red flags, I'm out. Thank you for letting me know my business is going to make it. It may have a few hiccups along the way, but it's going to make it. And I need to back off from being so competitive and so in my own head about everyone else.
Okay. And that's a fact. That's a fact. Mama, life is a baby that you just simply have to nurture. Sometimes it doesn't give you the things that you want. You know what I mean? And that sucks. Okay. But at the same time, it could give you back all those blessings through the Wheel of Fortune. Okay. All right. So I want to go ahead and thank you so much for being part of this live stream and this video. And I want to wish you the best of everything of love and light.
I love and light you too.
Okay, mamas. Thank you so much, and I'll see you on the next one.